high school, I made one vlog a week for 50 weeks straight, just about my life. Looking back at those videos, it's kind of cringe, but the lessons they taught me are stuff that I'll take around for the rest of my life. Here's what it taught me. I'm Isaac Jarnigan. I create tons of content still to this day, and I own and operate a marketing agency, so I'm making content for a variety of businesses through photo, video, and graphics, and leading the way on that. And that didn't just magically happen. It started as a kid. Around the age of 10, I'd watch my brother play video games, and he would record the games he was playing, and if he did something cool, he'd go and sit and edit at them. So watching him do that, I quickly followed suit. And that got me into YouTube, and I watched a bunch of YouTube stuff. And anyways, skipping a few years of my life, vlogging was something very prevalent on YouTube. I was watching a lot of big people do it, such as, who was some names, you know, Sidemen, Paul Brothers, all those guys. It's kind of that area of people, and I'm sad I can't think of any more than those two at the moment. But I loved the concept. You just recorded your life, you posted it, people would relate to you, and fun things would happen. So I wanted to give it a shot myself. Although when I wanted to do this, it was about March of 2020. So like I literally posted right when there's actually nothing to do due to, you know, pandemic and whatever. I literally would just record my life and anything I was doing. So it was basically online school, taking cool photos and videos, random unboxings that a Baroque teenager could afford. But anyways, I showed up and still did it. So I recorded everything from friends golf to, like I said, unboxings to my high school graduation. And I can't even go back and look at those without getting bored. And I don't like hate them, or I said I cringed at them, but I really don't, but they're just kind of boring. But with that being said, first thing I learned is consistency beats perfection. I don't know how modern high schoolers do it, but you're literally gone all day if you have an extracurricular that's either before or after school. I mean, you got 8, 9, 10-hour days away from home. And so me kind of having this, all right, I'm going to do a vlog a week, and putting that in my head and sticking to that and having that goal, even being busy and having to eat before and after school and all that, I still made time to do it, which is easy to do some weeks, hard to do other weeks. You want to quit some weeks, but at the end of the day, I still always made time to upload those videos. A lot of the time, your intentions of wanting to do something quickly die after having to follow through with doing it, and that's okay if they die. It still doesn't mean it's okay to not do anymore. You still want it, so just being able to continue at it was huge. And with video production or vlogging or whatever, it takes a lot of time the first time you do it, but you learn like how your flow works, you know, what you like to upload, how you like to style it or whatever, how you can get your footage onto the computer together into somewhat of a story as quickly as possible. Week 1 was hard, but by week 25, week 30, week 40, I'm throwing those things together easily, and I don't even have to think about that process. It's just in my brain now, so it makes anytime I do anything creative a lot more of a system, so that I'm able to crank out that stuff fairly easier than when I started. And that kind of goes into the next point. I definitely learned a lot by just doing it rather than just watching other people do it. I think a lot of times when you see something cool, you're like, oh, I could do that. There's probably not a lot to that. And then you really dive into it and you see every single piece that goes into it. And you can either be scared and not pursue it, or you dive right into it and learn all those aspects and put it together into something you like. So I believe if you're truly passionate about something or curious about something, you're going to be able to go in there and piece those things together, even though it's scary. I went in watching people like Sidemen, Paul Brothers, David Dobrik, Justin Escalona, and that's kind of what my vlog exactly looked like. Maybe a little less money invested in them and not as much fun, and definitely a lot less drinking. But eventually I was able to find my style of like, hey, I'm a little more creative than those guys. I want to throw in my photography, or hey, I'm a lot less chill than those guys. I don't want as much crazy stuff. And eventually you are perfectly cool with who you are, and you're not worried about, you know, your inspirations anymore, because you got to figure it out yourself. But they were important to leading yourself toward that way. So that was super cool process to see, for sure. Last huge point, man, is cringe is a part of the process, sadly. I've lived a lot of my life trying to be polished and, you know, follow status of things around me. I remember in middle school, a teacher told me she wanted me to pull me aside and put me in some harder math classes, not harder math classes, but just extra math material with some other kids that were doing well. And I said no because I just wanted to do what everybody else was doing. Um, what a wasted opportunity right there to further myself just because I wanted to be with the normal population. Anyways, just one example of younger me not wanting to do much. But then in high school, I wanted to do some wild stuff. So posting online was crazy. I got roasted for that quite a bit, making TikToks, pretty cringe, but it was fun and learned a lot about the internet. Starting clothing brands that really didn't do very well was kind of cringe and all that. I mean, there's just a lot of cringe stuff that I've been able to do, and the pinnacle of the high school one was probably the weekly vlogs. It was kind of like, oh, he's the kid that does this and he gets 10 views. Kind of weird. So I don't know. Cringe is part of the process, and learning all those cringe things that I talked about have led to some sort of growth in whatever way. Me not making it through college is cringe to a lot of people, but I don't know. It's just part of the process here. What's fun about doing a bunch of out there things that you believe in? You shouldn't do them just because they're out there. Just do it. I mean, you have some sort of further belief that you can do something with it. You get a sense of, you just don't fear judgment anymore. You're able to do things that people that have never done. You, compared to someone who hasn't really tested or challenged themselves or put themselves out there, you're able to make a lot of those decisions faster and get them out of the way and see if they're good for you or not, where some people will sit on them and not do them. So that's something really cool. I can put out whatever idea I want. And yeah, there'll always be a little bit of, fear of what people will speculate about you or whatever. But it's nice being able to make those decisions faster, and you just become more independent in the process. Years and years and years of this practice, you get to a point where you just do what you need to do. And that's what it comes down to. These cringe things that you don't think can be a valuable part of your life that you can't put time to turn into the things you do with your life. And it becomes really cool. So, super fun. So yeah, thick skin and the lack of fear of judgment. Although I do fear judgment in some things, quite a bit of the time I don't. It's a huge part of how I'm able to hit record on things. How I'm able to start new things, how I'm able to talk to people with confidence that are more superior than me, is just because I've tossed myself out there so many times, and I'm searching for something more and more every day. So I think that's huge. Looking back, I might have started with the main purpose of these vlogs to go viral for some stupid reason, but it would have been bad if they did, to be honest. It was just another step in how I developed some confidence, consistency within myself, and continue to teach myself how to be better and better. I'm still at that stage of where I need to get better and better in maturing myself. I mean, life takes a lot of punches before you can get to where you want to be, and I don't think I'm even halfway there yet. It'd be awesome if I get there sooner, but sometimes challenges come perfectly when they need to, and I can respect and see the design and all that. Makes a lot of sense. But thanks so much for watching this video. Down below in the description, there's a lot of resources to further connect you with me. I mean, that's why I'm on the internet, is to connect with cool people. I got tons of social medias that I'm putting different mediums content out to, and I highly recommend my newsletter that I post and write updates about what I'm up to, what's inspiring me, my past videos, and it's a good way that I can connect with a smaller group of people as well. So I'd love to see you there. But thanks so much for watching again. Peace, love, and tranquility.